It is my privilege to present the following program that was inspired by the way American businesses and organizations have responded to the events of September 11th. It's part of a special series produced by Heartbeat of America called Keeping America Strong. Each program spotlights a business or organization that is helping to do exactly that, keep America strong. I'll be back later in the program to introduce the Keeping America Strong Award.
Today, the eyes and ears of the 21st century are focused on new developments, new technologies, new emerging companies. We're on the scene to bring it to you as it happens.
We anchor from our new studios in Los Angeles and then go out all over America to get to the heart of the story.
I'm Bert Tenzer.
I'm Bella Shaw.
I'm Doug Llewellyn.
I'm William Shatner, and this is Heartbeat of America. Our show focuses on corporate America, its stories, its drama, its breakthroughs. We'll be going out today to report on an organization that is impacting our lives and shaping our future. An organization that truly is the heartbeat of America.
In the 20th century, a group of future Americans led by William Shatner ventured out into the universe. The challenge? To take the American spirit and courage to the final frontier of man, outer space. It was an exciting time on television, but it was only a fantasy. This has inspired Heartbeat of America to launch a special series entitled Keeping America Strong.
In the 20th century, William Shatner took us off on a voyage into the universe to experience what life is like on other planets. But now, here in the 21st century, he is back here on our own planet to experience with us new technologies and new ways of life that are taking place right here on Earth. It's all part of a new series that we call Keeping America Strong. Today, we are going to be looking at a company that is helping to keep America strong by helping to keep our healthcare system operating at peak efficiency in order to provide Americans with the quality of health care that they so richly deserve. And that means freeing doctors from the day-to-day drudgery of handling the business activities of their practice and freeing them so they can spend more time with their patients. Our guests today make that possible through their custom-designed software created specifically for medical and dental practices. The company is called Health Tech Software, Inc. They are headquartered in San Antonio, Texas, and our guest today is the president of the company, and his name is Vance Nelson. Vance, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a little bit about, first off, that sounds like an awful lot your software can do. Exactly. How do you do it? What does it help doctors do?
Well, we have a medical and dental practice management system, and really it's handling the end-to-end financial transactions of the practice. Like you said, they want to practice medicine. They don't want to be involved in the details, the every-minute details of keeping their business going strong. And so our product allows them and their staff to keep on top of the practice through, of course, scheduling, keeping all the demographics of the patients, doing statements as far as the patient side is concerned, but more importantly, handling the insurance side of things, both keeping electronic transactions going so they keep their cash flow going, but staying on top of the practice through analysis of their practice. We try to point to them the areas that are going right and the areas that are going wrong so they can focus their efforts on that. And so the software does that.
You know, coming from a family of doctors, what you're talking about, I know my father never thought of many of these things, you know, the demographics of the patients they had, and then analyzing where insurance payments were coming from. And
well, they're being forced to consider all that.
I guess doctors today really are forced into doing all of this kind of stuff. Let me ask you, the other thing is, who are the key clients for your product?
Well, our sweet spot, if you will, is a medical or dental practice of 3 to 20 physicians, but we've become very scalable over the last few years. We are very economical and easy to use for a single provider practice, but we work well within many sites. If you have perhaps 80 or 100 physicians, 100,000 patients. So it's quite scalable, but our sweet spot is 3 to 20 doctor group practices.
Now, that's medical doctors we're talking about. On the other hand, you also have a program created for dentists. How does it apply to them?
The same thing. Typically, our number of dental doctors per install is smaller than medical, but it's in essence the same platform that they're working off. So again, it's very scalable from one physician to quite a few.
So explain to me the advantages of what has to be the biggest headache for doctors, I would assume, is the insurance payments. And I don't even understand how it works for them, but how does this software help them in that regard?
Well, it's very complex, and there are a lot of regulations these days, and we help them adhere to all the requirements to keep their cash flow going. And so at the very heart of the system is a billing component, and we handle all the complexity of assembling the information that they collect into the right kind of claims to send off and be paid by insurance carriers. And that is a very complex task that we take out of their practice so they don't have to worry about that part. Of course, that's a key component of our system.
It would seem to me that this sounds like it could be somewhat complex. I mean, not only the task of doing all the filing for insurance, but the task of learning how to use this software. Where do you stand on that situation?
Well, it is a very complex system. Software companies these days are forced to overdevelop, not features that are not used, but forced to overdevelop through competitive nature, just to develop plenty of features that are requested by the users. And those different features largely go unused many times, not just in the healthcare industry and software development in general. It's no different with healthcare. Training is the key to the utilization of the product. So it is especially important that they do learn how to use the product properly. Of course, we are the creators of the product, and so no one knows the product better than we do. And it's critical that we pass on that knowledge to the staff. Many times the doctors don't have to get intimately involved with the systems. It's their staff that does. But initial training is critical, and ongoing training to make sure they utilize all the features that are there is very critical to their practice.
But do you do it?
You bet. We do it.
That's the key question. Are you the one who provides the training?
You bet. We'll train them at their site. Many times it's advantageous to bring them out to our location. We have a training facility, and get them trained so they're away from all the distractions of a practice. But you bet, we will do that personally. We have ongoing seminars to make sure that as they have staff turnover, they can keep their staff trained.
And how long would you say on average it takes a staff member to really learn how to become fairly adept at using this?
Well, we found out that trying to do it in a single block of time, maybe 3 days solid or a week solid, is just information overload for most people. So what we do is we do it in multiple sessions, and usually within 1 week they can be started and actually getting paid on insurance claims and by the patients that come in their practice. And then we will do subsequent trainings as necessary. Many times we do a train-the-trainer concept where we'll take key personnel out of their practice and train them, and then they turn around and train the rest of the staff. So that shortens the time. So we use techniques to try to lower the distraction to the practice.
And what about doctors themselves? Do they ever learn how to use this, or really is it not necessary for them?
It depends. We like them to learn.
Right.
Many times they're set up so they don't have to understand this part. It's more the financial end. They have to have the problem areas of the practice pointed out to them. I mean, many times they are running the practice. They just, they've trained for many, many years to get their, to go into practice, and now they're practicing medicine, but they've never been taught the business end. And so we love for them to understand the software. Many times it's their practice, though, the staff in the practice that understands how to use all the different components of the system. Then they are able to turn around and point out problem areas to the doctors that need their attention.
And what kind of reaction do you get from the doctors once this kind of system has been put in and is working efficiently in their office?
No, obviously they're thrilled. Usually, short term, they're surprised by the information that they find. Many times, the way they've thought of their practice is not the way that the practice really is operating. And so when the system gets put into place, people trained, set up properly, and they're running the right reports, the right information is going through, first of all, it should increase your cash flow dramatically, many times dramatically. And second of all, it highlights information they may not have even known.
Sounds very, very interesting indeed.
And now let's present the Keeping America Strong Award.
Now it is my honor to present our Keeping America Strong Award to Vance Nelson, the president of Health Tech Software of San Antonio, Texas, for the outstanding work they're doing in keeping our country strong and our healthcare system moving efficiently forward. Congratulations and continued good luck.
Thank you. It's an honor. I appreciate it.
Well, that's it for this edition of Heartbeat of America. I'm William Shatner. Thanks for watching.